Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Jana Bhuvi Grinanti Bhurida Jana. The Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Master was in a happy mood. Carriage was going. The carriage arrived at house of Suresh Mitra, who was a great devotee of the Master and whom he addressed affectionately as Surendra. He was not at home. It's already quite late at night. Once Sri Ramakrishna used to go out to Calcutta area, he would go from house to house, house to house, house to house, and would return back late in the night, around 2 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, he would be coming back. We saw moonlit night already when they landed or their steamer parked, and now they have come by a horse carriage to the house of Suresh Mitra. Perhaps it must have been at least 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. People will be waiting, people will be gathering there. Late in the night also, it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter if we are going to get what we need in our life, extreme urgency. The carriage arrived at the home of Suresh Mitra, who was a great devotee of the Master and whom he addressed affectionately as Surendra. He was not at home. The members of the household opened a room on the ground floor for the Master and his party, because there are some formalities where to place whom. Anybody coming guest, each has his own status and place, and those places are meant for those people. Some people can be taken inside, some people cannot be taken inside, some people can be made to sit in the veranda, some people can be made to enter the bedroom. So those days, lot of restriction and differentiation was there. Not with respect to disrespect for anything, but each had its own place to, even at all times these will continue. Suppose there is a director of a company. Suppose his servant, who is at the office, who is a servant, comes to his house, he has a place to sit and go. He will not be allowed to the bedroom and all that. So, at all times these differences will remain, status differences. And when a saint is coming, a saintly person is coming, he must be given proper place, proper arrangements must be made, everything must be ready. So the lower where all people can sit, such a slightly bigger hall was given. The members of the household opened a room on the ground floor for the master and his party. The cab fare was to be paid. Surendra would have taken care of it had he been there. The master said to a devotee, "Why don't you ask the ladies to pay the fare? Certainly they know that their master visits us at Dakshineshwar. I am not a stranger to them." All laugh. The discussion is going on. When who is going to pay the cab fare? Sri Ramakrishna is telling, "Oh, they will pay. If he is not there, let the women in the house pay." See, it is not the question of payment of little money, but an opportunity to serve a saint. Anybody can pay, but he has gone to their house for their welfare. And a small sacrifice they do. God incarnate, when he comes on the earth, smallest service. When I got my initiation, when the President Maharaj Vinayakanandaji came to Bangalore, I was in Bangalore. I had already joined the mission as a brahmachari. Maharaj stayed, my Gurudev Vinayakanandaji Maharaj stayed for 19 days at a stretch in Bangalore. Then I was in puja. I don't get leisure. Time to time I have to be there, working continuously. And then the sevaks were very curious and was requesting me, whenever you get an opportunity, come for few minutes, do some service to the master. You will not get. He had about 86,000 disciples. He had initiated 86,000 disciples. And they were telling, even if we give 1 second for one person, we will not be able to manage. So, when you have got this opportunity to serve, come and serve. Anything you do, sweep or do something, you will not get this opportunity again in your life. Lives after lives you will not get that 1 minute, 1 second time again to serve him in his bodily existence. And then you see its importance. We will know. It looks strange. Oh, is there nobody to pay? And Sri Ramakrishna will ask anybody to pay his fare. Yes, he does. He may not touch money, but he knows the value of money that they earn sweating. It is their sweat, their money is sweat. For us, it may be just a clay, but for them who has earned honestly, sitting day and night in the office or somewhere, they know its value. So that sweat he is going to offer to the masters coming home. That small expenditure that bear, his life will be transformed. Great results would come. When one person was there, after Thakur's passing away, direct disciples used to roam about, and I think after the Baranagar Mutt came up, one of the Swamis used to go for Bhiksha. He has to collect every day and come, Bhiksha, alms, and then sit and eat. While going every day, one small sweetmeats shop was there. And that person used to see a sadhu going, he would call and give a small piece of sweet. And later on, we see, I think, if I am correct, Girish Chandra Ghosh writes about him. From the penniless state of his life, poverty stricken, just by serving that sadhu, just a piece of sweetmeat, he is going in the hot sun without umbrella and without footwear for bhiksha, and giving a small piece of sweetmeat. The merit that he earns, he becomes a millionaire. So that small service, and these people don't have any worldly desires. Perhaps that poverty-stricken man must have great desire to have some money, at least to fill his stomach. And when God gives, He opens the roof and puts the need inside. Like that, here we see Sri Ramakrishna is giving an opportunity for them to serve. He comes there to Dakshineshwar. They all know, I am not a stranger. Actually, when we analyze and see, he is not a stranger to anyone. In the whole world, who doesn't know God? Even atheist, he denies existence of God. Denial is acceptance of a thing, is already there. If I deny a person is not here, or if I deny God is not there, because I have accepted God's existence, so I am denying. I will not deny a thing which is not at all there. There is a contradictory words. I deny existence of God. Behind the denial, there is acceptance of God, and that God he is denying. God whom he has accepted is denying. The master said to devotees that he would pay. I am not a stranger to them. How many lives nature and God waits for a man to turn towards the divine. Every soul is carried away by the charm of this world. The existence of this world itself is covering their vision of seeing the divine. Lives after lives. God is waiting. The flute of Krishna is going on in the heart. Our ears are turned outside. Call of the Lord is within, and we have not turned our ear to inward call. So, Sri Ramakrishna has never been a stranger to anyone. He is the indweller of all beings. I am not a stranger to them. All love. Narendra, who lived in that quarter of the city, was sent for. In the meantime, Sri Ramakrishna and the devotees were invited to the drawing room upstairs. The floor of the room was covered with a carpet and a white sheet. A few cushions were lying about. On the wall hung an oil painting, especially painted for Surendra, in which Sri Ramakrishna was pointing out to Keshab the harmony of Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, and other religions. On seeing the picture, Keshab had once said, Blessed is the man who conceived this idea. Naren was staying nearby somewhere. He has been asked to come. There, it is a very rare meeting of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. He is like something wonders of the world, which we cannot imagine. Something rare and unusual, but still has great significance at all times. It is Nara and Narayana meeting. A perfected soul, human representative, a perfected soul, and God who has descended to the earth in human form. They are meeting. When they meet each time, it is something like lightning. We cannot imagine what would be the effects on each other, how they were internally, the two souls have come with the same purpose of lifting the humanity, and their that inner urge to serve and the Master's whole attention, redemption of the jivas. And Naren, he expects Naren to do great work. Naren is still under the preparation. Thakur is restless because the time is coming to an end. The play is going to end. Before that, lot of things are to be done. He has sent Naren to come there. In the meanwhile, the devotees were invited to the drawing room upstairs. The floor of the room was covered with carpet and white sheet. A few cushions were lying about. On the wall hung a painting especially. This is an important painting we have all seen, where various religions with their symbols, they are all standing, and Sri Ramakrishna is directing all of them. One religion, one God. We all call Him in different ways, approach Him in different ways, and expect Him to be our God. Painting, especially painted for Surendra, in which Sri Ramakrishna was pointing out to Keshab the harmony of religions, harmony of Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism and other religions. On seeing the picture, Keshab had once said, "Blessed is the man who conceived the idea." Sri Ramakrishna was talking joyously with the devotees when Narendra arrived. This made the master doubly happy. He said to the young disciple, "We had a boat trip with Keshab today. Vijay and many other Brahmo devotees were there." Pointing to him, "Ask him, what did I say to Keshab and Vijay about the mother and daughter observing the religious fast on Tuesdays, each on her own account, though the welfare of the one is meant the welfare of the other. I also said to Keshab that troublemakers like Jatila and Kutila were necessary to lend just to the play. Is not that so?" Yes, sir, quite so. You see, Sri Ramakrishna is presenting what has happened to Naren. He is the future torchbearer who is going to take Sri Ramakrishna to every heart, and he is eager to know how Naren would take these things and preserve and give to the world. And Naren is viewing Sri Ramakrishna. What is his expectations? Sri Ramakrishna was joyously talking to devotees. Naren arrived. Any time, however, whatever talk might be going on, and deep subjects were being discussed, they are immersed in a particular thought, forgetful of the external world. Still, when Naren comes, Master is no more that Master now. Suddenly something comes out, because his descendants is for jivas to lift the mankind. Sri Ramakrishna has come down and hold his support, who can carry the message and give to people, convince them, give them, is Vivekananda, Naren. And Naren has to be there, and Thakurs hold as if the whole world is going to get everything from through Naren, what he wants to give. He wants to redeem the souls. It has to happen through Naren. So, Sri Ramakrishna, the moment he sees, he is seeing the whole world. All jivas, those who have lost the path, are just looking here, there helplessly. All that whole picture comes. Oh Naren, where are you? What is happening? When will you start working for these people? You have been brought here for that. Something is going on within Sri Ramakrishna. He cannot tell, he cannot understand, he cannot make anybody understand what he feels seeing Naren. Oh, how long? How long? As if a person is suffering endlessly, and the question is, he asks the question, how long shall I suffer? How long? How long? Like that, Sri Ramakrishna is feeling, oh, Naren has to grow, Naren has to experience, pass through all the spiritual experiences, realize God in various aspects. When will all this happen? Where is this? That when Naren used to come, he used to feel the whole thing entirely different. At the same time, all the love Sri Ramakrishna poured on Naren was the love for the world that has been poured here to make his message and life reach the people. He said to the young disciples, we had a boat trip with Keshab today. Now he is going to tell what he talked to Keshab, what he said. That is, Keshab was there, Vijay, they have parted from each other. What he is doing, the same thing the other person is also doing. Why there is a conflict? He did not follow the principles. He could not. Somewhere there was error and he parted. What he is doing is good to the world, and he has parted to go do good to the world. Just like mother and daughter, they are doing spiritual practices for their own welfare. My welfare, mother's welfare is daughter's welfare, daughter's welfare is mother's welfare. Still they are separately doing the practices as if their welfare is meant only for them. Like that, Sri Ramakrishna is giving a beautiful example. He is doing the same thing what you have been doing. Don't worry. If he was there with you also, he would have done the same thing, good to the world. He has parted also only to do good to the world. And you are doing the same thing. There is no, means if he was there with you, also the same result could have come. When he has parted from you also, same result is going to come. Yes sir, quite so. It was late. Surendra had not yet returned. The master had to leave for the temple garden, and a cab was brought for him. M and Narendra saluted him and took their leave. Sri Ramakrishna's carriage started for Dakshineshwar through the moonlit streets. It will be quite late. Perhaps it will be 2 o'clock in the early morning or something like that. M and Narendra saluted him and took their leave. Ramakrishna's carriage started for Dakshineshwar through moonlit streets. The common scene we see, all function go on, everything, and this parting is an event as if. All those who are going to stay back, they will be feeling the absence. Sri Ramakrishna was there perhaps, suppose 1 hour, 1.5 hours, continuously he would have kept them mesmerized. In his charm, they would have lost time and space, and then they would have been in some other world. Now, with all that, each word was building intimacy. Sri Ramakrishna they're talking to him, conversations if any. It was intimacy, it was developing intimacy, mutual trust. Faith is an important part. If mutual trust develops between God and the disciple, or Guru and the disciple, or God and his devotee, it takes a different course altogether. So here Sri Ramakrishna is slowly building up that trust just by talking to them. And now parting is a thing which all will be feeling sad. We see sadness certain places. When Durga Puja is done, when mother is going to be immersed, what a cry, what a weeping, what a pain for those who worshipped. Mother was brought, she was worshipped for 3 days with great pomp, and after the 3 days worship, she is going to be sent back to be immersed in the waters. There you will see heart melting away. Oh, what for all this play went on? Just to bring mother and immerse and part? That kind of feeling. When the function starts in temples, they raise the flag. Garuda Stamba will be there in the front of the temple. They raise the flag on that day. Flag will be fluttering. All worships, this, that, all special functions all get finished, And then the evening, slowly that flag has to be brought down. The function has ended. Then you'll see a kind of morose feeling. Oh, it has ended. The whole thing has ended. Now we have to go. Evening of life of every individual. Oh, life has gone. I have to go back now. That kind of, Sri Ramakrishna is parting, that kind of feeling used to come. Oh, all this time we had such a merriment and now he is going away. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.